So if it wasn't for Malik Willis falling off the face of the earth, Nakobe Dean's drop would have been the biggest storyline of day two, but that is no longer the case as he goes off the board, the Georgia product number 83 to my Philadelphia Eagles, Eric DeBerardinis and Chris Trapasso here to break down the pick. Traps, give me a grade and make it a good one.
Yeah, it's an A. I mean, the only reason why I didn't give it an A plus is because apparently the reason why Nakobe Dean fell, injury history, and there's a laundry list of injuries that he suffered at Georgia. Of course, he was not able to work out at the combine or at the Georgia Pro Day. I think he would have tested very well because on the football field, super smooth player, rangy sideline to sideline. And what I always say about linebackers, you have to be good in coverage, and Nakobe Dean can cover running backs out of the backfield. He's aware in zone. He's a little shorter, but he can cover tight ends as well. We were always hearing all the chatter about, are the Eagles going to pick a linebacker in the first round? Is Howie Roseman going to finally do it? And now they get a first-round linebacker in round 3. So I think it was a huge get for the Eagles to pick him this late in the 3rd round.
It's wild. If you would have rewound 30 hours ago, I think Eagles fans and myself would have been happy with him either in the 15th spot or the 18th spot. And obviously, the Eagles got his teammate Jordan Davis. They're paired together again and got A.J. Brown. Then you look at the 51st overall pick. They got center Cam Jurgens, and there was some disappointment that it wasn't Dean in that spot. But then 30 picks later to get someone like this, obviously teams were concerned about the injury history and maybe the unwillingness to get the shoulder surgery. How much do you think that could plague him going into his rookie season? Do you think it's something that could linger throughout his career? How much would it really bother you, Chris?
It bothers me a little bit, and he did kind of wear like a protective sleeve on his shoulder at Georgia, so I think he played through it, and that's maybe why he didn't want to get surgery, because maybe he didn't want a impending rehab for his shoulder to push him down the boards. Well, the fact that he decided to not get this surgery ultimately dropped him into round 3. So it's definitely a thing that needs to be monitored. But I feel like in today's NFL, how good the strength and conditioning programs are, for this to be something that just keeps Nakobe Dean off the field his entire NFL career or early in his NFL career would be pretty surprising. And I like that the Eagles have 2 highly athletic, great coverage linebackers who are also really good blitzers in free agent acquisition, Kaiser White, and now Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I'm going to be biased, but could the Eagles be considered the biggest winners of the first 2 days of the draft? There's a lot of teams and players that could fit into that category, but when you factor in everything, could the Eagles be towards the top of that list?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't love the trade up for Jordan Davis. I'm kind of alone on that island, but to get A.J. Brown was huge. And you mentioned Cam Jurgens. He was someone that I repeatedly mentioned during the pre-draft process that I didn't think he was that far behind Tyler Linderbaum in terms of his athleticism. You bring back Jason Kelce, you drafted Landon Dickerson last year. You have a lot of athleticism on the interior of that offensive line. And I think even Jurgens learning in practice from Jason Kelce for a season would be huge for his development. The one concern with Jurgens, he just needs to get bigger and stronger. So he'll have time to do that, not being thrust into a starting role. So Howie Roseman, with all these trades moving up and down the board, he's had an awesome couple of weeks and certainly a couple of days here at the start of the NFL draft.
And Jason Kelce reacted to that pick pretty much live on another draft stream and said Cam Jurgens was his favorite player in the entire draft and is the player and the center of the past 3 years that really reminded him the most of himself. So I'm happy. I'm satisfied. That wraps it up for this quick video. The Eagles get an A for Nakobe Dean. We have more videos coming with another big-time quarterback that's finally off the board. Stay tuned.